Hello, hi, assalamualaikum. Let me introduce myself. My name is Julasbi Bin Tanri, and in this group consists of my other friends, and they are Ardilla, Luthfi, and Marito. We are going to present the material of meeting 8, and it is a language comprehensions. And in this meeting, we will share about the topic spoken word recognitions, printed word recognitions, the mental lexicon, comprehensions of sentences and discourse, phenomena common to reading and listening comprehensions, phenomena specific to the comprehensions of spoken language, and last but not least, phenomena specific to the comprehensions of written language. Okay, but before we go further, I would like to share the definitions of language comprehensions. And definition is the ability to extract intended meaning from language. Understanding what other people say and write is more complicated than it might at first appear. Jadi language comprehensions ini adalah pemahaman mengenai apa yang orang katakan dan apa yang kita baca. Untuk memahaminya, yang pasti berbagai macam kapasitas, kemampuan, proses pengetahuan tertentu juga yang harus diambil kira atau dipertimbangkan. The next topic will be shared by my other friends.
Well, thank you, Bang Jul. So, in this session, I would like to explain what is spoken word recognition and what is a print word recognition. As we know, word recognition covers the entire range of process involved in recognition spoken word, both in and out of the context. It brings together a number essay dealing with important theoretical question by the student of spoken word recognition. Spoken word recognition is generally considered a sequential process. However, with many print words, the eye sees the letter during one fiction. The connection model are reading series early argues that all word phonemes are active in parallel. Jadi, pengenalan kata yang diucapkan mencakup seluruh rangkaian proses yang terlibat dalam pengenalan kata yang diucapkan, baik di dalam maupun di luar konteks. Pengenalan kata yang diucapkan umumnya dianggap sebagai proses yang berurutan. Ini menyatukan sejumlah esai yang membahas pertanyaan teoritis penting yang diajukan oleh studi tentang pengenalan kata yang kita ucapkan. Beberapa peneliti mengatakan, the result suggests that a set of words beginning with K and N is briefly active. Listener may glance at the picture of handle to suggesting that of the cohort of words, candidate also include a word that rhyme with the target. That is theory by Alpena, Magnusson, and Tannhaus in 1998. Other experts said have relaxed in the instead of the perfectly machine input from the first phenom of word. This is expert by Marcel Wilson in 1987 and 1919. Then, their model of lexical access, MC Salen and Alma in 1986 and Norris in 1994 said, mapping between spoken, input and lexical representation with the initial position of the spoken word exerting a strong but not exclusive influence on the set of candidates. Other result by MC Quinn and Cutler in 2000 said, the model has two routes that arrest each other to pre-lexical route with computer chronological information from the occasional signal and the lexical route in which the chronological information associated with the word becomes available when the word itself is accessed. When word-level information appears to affect a low-level process, is assumed that the lexical. Next, in this slide, print word recognition is transformed written and spoken form and word into linguistic representation. Jadi pengenalan kata tercetak mengubah bentuk kata tertulis dan lisan menjadi representasi linguistik yang secara historis. Pengenalan kata mengacu pada kinerja keputusan si leksikal. This issue or the subject are current reasons and debate in 2001, 2000, and 1999 by some experts said progress in the determine how linguistic representation derived from print will be made. The research move beyond the short monosyllabic words that have been the focus of much research and modeling today. Next, we'll explain by Luthfi.
Hello. In this video, I want to talk and explain about the mental relaxation. Yeah, we can look in the material. So far, we haven't said much about the nature of the information that listeners and readers access in their mental relaxation. We will now return to the subject, the questions of whether the mental action is organized by morphemes or word is related to the trade-off between computation and storage in language processing. The lexition contains representation of all the words used by language users now. Whether it is single morpheme, word like cat, or polymorphemic, such a beautiful word. Taft and Forsters in 1975 studied morphology to the attention of many psycholinguistics and demonstrated several types of morphemes-based storage. As previously stated, these researchers discovered that words such as not 5, the root of rin 5, are difficult to resist in the lexical decision test. Okay. Dalam ilmu linguistik, leksikon itu istilah yang digunakan untuk hal-hal yang berkaitan dengan kamus. Leksikon sendiri dalam bahasa Inggris berasal dari bahasa Yunani, ya, yang artinya itu di bahasa Inggriskan lagi for words, artinya untuk kata-kata. Nah, leksikal bisa kita bilang sebagai bersifat kamus. Dalam leksikal ini memiliki gramatikal, ya. Ketika ada seorang mengatakan kalimat aku sudah tidak tahan, sudah di ujung tanduk. Nah, secara gramatikal ujung tanduk itu punya makna tersendiri yang mengikuti konteks kalimat, ya. Nah, yaitu sebagai perumpamaan, bisa dibilang kebelet, ya. Kita artikan kebelet. Nah, padahal secara leksikal, berdasarkan definisi yang ada dalam kamus, ujung dan tanduk itu memiliki makna tersendiri. Nah, dalam susunan sistematis dari kata-kata yang terwakili dalam pikiran kita disebut sebagai leksikon atau leksikon mental. Nah, leksikon mental diperlukan karena produksi linguistik yang akan menjadi panjang dan membosankan jika tidak menggunakannya, dan tidak akan mewakili sebuah pemikiran seseorang secara akurat. Nah, kamus yang kita lihat yang tercetak yang mirip dengan leksikon adalah analogi umum yang digunakan untuk mengilustrasikan sebuah konsep leksikon mental. Nah, bagaimanapun juga analogi ini dengan cepat akan rusak karena penggunaan bahasa pada manusia sangat multifaktual dan tidak terjadi secara robotik seperti yang di dalam kamus, ya. The next video in the next slide is comprehension of sentence and discourse. We can look in the material. I'm not read the material, but I want to explain about the material. Okay, we can see this. So language is frequently thought to be made of of individual words that are arranged according to language rules into longer phrase, sentence, and conversation. Individual words in the language can be thought of as building blocks that can be combined and rearranged to form an almost infinite number of different sentences. In all human language, the way words are combined to form sentences is severely constrained. Not only words with appropriate and complementary meanings be chosen and used to convey specific message, but they must also be organized and arranged in accordance with the language syntax. Aphasia is characterized by decrease in the patient's ability to understand and product sentence. Nah, jadi bahasa itu sering terdiri dari kata-kata yang individual, yang mana disusun menurut aturan bahasa menjadi sebuah frasa, kalimat, dan juga menjadi sebuah percakapan yang lebih panjang. Nah, kata-kata individu dalam bahasa dapat dianggap sebagai blok bangunan yang dapat digabungkan dan diatur kembali atau diatur ulang untuk membentuk kalimat yang berbeda dalam jumlah yang hampir tidak terbatas. Nah, dalam semua bahasa manusia, cara kata digabungkan untuk membentuk kalimat yang sangat dibatasi. Nah, kata-kata dengan makna yang sesuai dan saling melengkapi tidak hanya harus dipilih dan digunakan untuk menyampaikan pesan tertentu, tetapi juga harus diatur sesuai dengan sinteks bahasanya. Nah, dalam apasis ditandai dengan penurunan kemampuan bagi pasien untuk memahami dan menghasilkan sebuah kalimat.
Hello anyone, I am Marito Situmorang. Now we will present the phenomena common to reading and listening comprehension. Comprehension of written on smoking language can be challenging in part because it is not always easy to recognize the part of words of a sentence and how they connect to one another. The studies of human handle grammatical ambiguity, like studies of lexical ambiguities, have revealed insight into language comprehension process. There is some theories from Altman and Stedman, 1988, and their claim. And there is example in the statement, the burglar blew open a safe with dynamite. It is asserted that using dynamite to modify a safe presupposes the presence of two or more safes, one of which contained dynamite. The wording would have been different if several safes had not been stated. The process must either deduce the existence of other safes or evaluate the press in another way, such as identifying a blue-oven instrument. Referential theory supporters say that when presses are provided in suitable discourse context, out-of-context preference that have been used to justify principles such as minimal attachment vanish. The second phenomenon specific to the comprehension of spoken language. The ideas and the fact that we have studied thus far applicable to both spoken and written language comprehension, one unique hearing issue term from the apparent nature of communication. People are unable to rehear what they have just heard in the same manner that readers may have moved their gaze into the text. However, the fact that humans have evolved to process oral language rather than written language show that this might not be an issue. Auditory sensory memory can store data for several seconds. From Cowan, 1984, see chapter 15. As a result, language that is heard may last longer than language that is read, allowing for effective modification. Furthermore, auditory structure may aid with short-term memory of for spoken language, Imposing a rhythm on items to be remembered list can add memory. From Ryan, 1969. And prosody might also add memory for sentence.
Back to me again, and this time I would like to share about the phenomena specific to the comprehensions of written language. What is the comprehensions in writing? Comprehensions is the understanding and interpretations of what is read, and to be able to accurately understand written material, we need to be able to actually divide it by three methods: decode what they read, second, make connections between what they read and what they already know, and the third, think deeply about what they have read. Jadi pemahaman dalam penulisan itu adalah bagaimana pemahaman dan interpretasi ataupun terjemahannya arti dari apa yang sudah kita baca tadi. Begitupun untuk memahami secara akurat kita harus mengetahui arti, ya, meaning dari bacaan yang sudah kita baca tadi dan membuat koneksi antara apa yang kita baca dengan apa yang sudah kita ketahui. Seperti itu. And then written expression is a complex process of using various of cognitive operations to translate ideas and thoughts into a written language. Writing expressions is power. Through writing, we can convey important information to the general public, shape public opinions, inspire others, and convey things that cannot be conveyed verbally. Writing expressions is actually easy and can be done by anyone, especially in this digital age that allows everyone to write their opinions, expressions through various platforms and social media such as Facebook, IG, and so on. For example, like a poetry, as the written expressions of one's feeling, ambitions, views, and many more. Jadi kalau disebut tadi itu ada perkataan kayak kognitif. Kognitif ini adalah istilah psikologi yang menjelaskan bagaimana aktivitas mental ataupun pikiran ini yang berhubungan dengan perceptionsnya kita, pikiran kita, ingatan, dan juga pengolahan informations. Jadi dalam arti kata lain, ini penulisan ini sangat-sangat mudah sekali, ya, dan siapapun bisa melakukan itu. Especially untuk di era sekarang ini, kita bisa express our feelings, our opinions, our thoughts via sosmed, from Facebook, IG, and many more. Dan seperti yang disebutkan tadi, bahwa poetry adalah salah satu bentuk form untuk kita mengekspresikan apa sih yang kita rasakan, gitu. Karena dengan puisi tadi ini bisa menggambarkan atau mengekspresikan apa yang kita rasakan, mungkin perasaan kita yang tersimpan jauh, ataupun mungkin ambisi ataupun pandangan terhadap kehidupan ataupun terhadap seseorang, seperti itu.
So those the material and the conclusion. Language comprehension is a complex cognitive skill that should not be considered separately in the assessment process. The linkage between language and other cognitive functions must be explored, especially with respect to the possible influence of attention, working memory, and the executive function on linguistic ability. Turning to the theoretical models of language function also appear to be very important and can sometimes condition the use of experimental, well-controlled assessment tasks. A comprehension assessment of language and communication goes beyond the evaluation of specific skill in terms of preservation or damage to processing components and surface structure. The scope of the assessment should be expanded to provide information about the physical, social, and emotional context of communication, cultural difference, and economic factors. Thank you.
Well, that's all from us for the material. We really hope that the informations given will be useful and you guys will be able to catch up. Okay, should you have any questions or need further explanations, feel free to write down or put your comments in the comment sections below. That's all from us. See you in the next video. Bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.